Всім привіт! Продовжуємо проходження стопі вічності. Зараз попливемо на локацію, яка наступна по сюжету. Локацію, по яким острів, на якому Еготас наступний свій. Хасона, ми вже приплили. Який зробив свій. Пройшовся по. Буквально пройшовся. Буквально пройшовся ногами по цій локації. По цьому острові. Дивимось, що до чого. О. Уже видно, що хтось тут побував щось.
I don't get this at all. There was a Dawnstar settlement on Isongo. The place got trampled just the same. Hard to imagine anything that's that important. If I wanted a god like that, I'd start praying to Scan. I'll tell you one thing. When we catch up to that unstoppable god statue, me and him are gonna have words. Lava better be all right.
О, корал наговорював. Відразу нас вітають. Наги? Змійки? А що в мене там таке? Ось цей баф. Ось на всіх крім неї розкидається. Ну правильно, їй демедж не потрібен. Одразу рекавері включає. Він не шарить. Я йому не робив копій. А в нього немає нічого на рекавері. Цікаво. Умінь мало. Це й не треба.
This was here, all right. It looks like he was headed to that lighthouse in the western end.
Hey, watch it with that.
As one. At once. What can I do?
Оце лапа. Де? Оце? Ноги теж мертві. Боже, тут всі мертві. Він не розбирає ні. Не перебирає нічим. Ще одна нога.
I'm here. Take this.
На мене не лізався? Трішки відбіжу.
I'm here. Absolutely.
Who's in favor of the long way around?
Can I do? I'd be glad to.
Я побігла.
Could be trouble.
Ого.
Shut the door, quick, before the Naga get in.
А ті, хто уцілів.
We're the finest soldiers and cannoneers in Aora. We don't need anything.
She is battle-rattled. I believe that is what the Adirans call it. It happens to all soldiers sooner or later. Sometimes you leave the fight, but it doesn't leave you.
Wait, you're not the reinforcements. There are supposed to be reinforcements. The first thing was the Colossus. It showed up a few days ago, a week ago, I can't be sure. But it was huge. Glowed like luminous Audra.
Не в курсі. Насправді це зовсім не здивовано, а що далі?
The Colossus was coming right for us. Fleetmaster Co. ordered the gunhawks and cannoneers to take up positions. They fought. The rest of us were sent below, like cowards. I heard cannon blasts, artillery fire, felt the world shake. Then the water started coming in. We came back up, and the others were, I don't know, like they'd been turned to ash. And the Colossus was walking away. The fort was flooding, where it had broken our walls, and the luminous Audra in the lighthouse had gone dark.
They skulked in after.
once our walls were down. Those of us who were left fought, but those cowards moved through the sunken hallways, ambushed us from below. Those snakes are little more than animals. No match for trained Rawatayan warriors. When the Hazanui's reinforcements get here, we'll strike back.
And build our walls back up so nothing gets through. And double our cannons, so we can destroy that Colossus if it ever comes back. On the western side of the fort, it's a true marvel, a monument to Rawatayan engineering.
Proof we can tame and transform this place, once we get rid of the scale bellies.
Is there anything else? That monster that killed our people?
I suppose he does look like a monster from down here.
I told you, Zahira. The Godhammer scrambled their god, and now he's taking his revenge.
Our gods are above petty motivations like revenge. No, Gon's got a bigger plan for you and me.
It's no coincidence your Aethys shows up just as Latharn storms out. Dawn Stars.
Fleetmaster Co. hired them to tend the fields that supply the mainland, but they started acting strange, dreaming strange.
You mean dreaming of things to come?
One of them, Latharin, had a row with the Fleetmaster over it, left angry just before the Colossus showed up. You think that's a coincidence?
I think their praying called it here, getting back at us for the Godhammer. Even if not, they definitely know something.
Spitting at our god? You ought to fear for the future of your soul.
The finest cannons and bombards in the archipelago. Why, you can barely walk the ramparts without... There's still one. There must be one. They can't all have been destroyed. But you'll need a trained artillerist to aim it. Zahira, assistant quartermaster. Don't go back out there. You'll be safe here until reinforcements arrive.
Just stay away from the water. Damn scale bellies are hiding down there. They'll ambush if you get close.
Sometimes you can see them if you look carefully.
МДАСМ дякнув 1000 гривень та пише: Keep it up, buddy. Слава Україні!
Ого. У мене аж цей не відреагував бот. Дякую за донат такий. Давненько ніяких не було. І вітаю, а то щось в мене тут. Одну секундочку. Я подивлюсь. Я дуже дякую. Героям слава. Сподіваюсь, що це допоможе завершити швидше війну перемогою. Якщо ти хочеш, щоб ці гроші були направлені кудись специфічно, то можеш написати. Так, а ми продовжимо проходження. Це сюжетна місія. До речі, я змінив налаштування енкодера. Вирішив використовувати кодування таке, як і в цьому самому, як його. Секундочку, перевірю мову. А, мова нормально. Розкладка, точніше. Вирішив не перекодовувати взагалі ніяк відео, використовувати кодування і трансляцію. Кодування і запис відео один в один. Подивимось, чи це допоможе трішки розвантажити мені систему. Ну, якось відео точно покращиться в записі, а ось чи дозволить розвантажити, не знаю. Ще раз дякую і ласкаво прошу, тому що я твій нік не пам'ятаю. Так, а що у нас тут 3 лучника? Ну дуже слабкі лучники. Хитро як стоять.
Sorry, friend. You can't.
For my friends.
Стоп. Едер вже тут? Чекайте. Це що, його стрибок працює ось сюди? Та ну не може бути. Хоча ні, може бути теоретично, але... А що він використав цікаво? Це чи що? Він щось використав і опинився там зверху. Якимось чином. Чардж. Точно? Скажу, що він чарджем туди стрибнув. Прикольно.
Siente, cannot.
Very well. Certainly.
Не дістаєш?
Siente, cannot.
What can I do? Stand together.
Watch it with that.
Fall to battle.
Я ладно не думав, просто розбив всі бочки одним. Діжки одним закляттям.
At once.
Це вони про цю мортеру говорили? Вона ще уціліла. До речі, який у них лук? 4. Але нема сенсу порівняти з моїм, у мене унікальний лук. Я так розумію, вони говорили про цю мортирку. Вона ж єдина залишилась. Бомбарда, точніше. Угу. І розуміти, що не можна на заржавіло. Це щоб ось цих... Вони там... Тут група нагів є. Нам потрібно ядро і, можливо, якась змазка, щоб розвернути його. Тут небагато вцілів, що тут взагалі хтось уцілілий є. О, нага. Наги. О, можна зробити краще. Не дуже гарно виходить, тому що вони... Своїх підірвуть.
Watch it with that.
Didn't work. Mowing. Easy. On.
Тут це таке собі, а от це що таке? Менюал терориста. Сподіваюся, нам дозволить запустити нормально. Бомбарду. Нічого цінного.
What do you need? Sure.
I am ready.
Подивимось, що ти реді зараз.
This is testing my limits. I must rest. Siente. Cannot.
Вхід звідти затоплений. Або щось інше робити, тільки що не знаю. Взагалі-то нам треба, щоб сюди вийти. Їх так переможемо, але...
Hey. John.
What can I do? Stand together.
Вилазимо з води. А, вони не просто з води. Вони ще й щось там на тотем кораловий. Невідомо, що він робить.
Take this.
А, так він нас легко знищується.
That hit true.
Гляну, що він робить. Не бачу я дебафів. А, бо я його знищив.
What can I do?
На хвилинку. Так, я повернувся. Не думав, що цей тотем робить, але...
Indeed. Yeah. No. Uh-huh.
А, ось цей прохід. Це ми зможемо змастити. Це підйом туди.
What can I do?
А його не можна поведінку налаштувати. Тому що в мене механіка. А, звісно прикольно, але в мене ще немає. У мене немає ядра. Треба ядро, щоб зарядити туди.
Ready to
Лутер. О, ну як же ж без медерів.
roll?
Not exactly my area of expertise.
We're having some trouble moving through this.
Hey, whose side are you on?
I cannot do it.
Нічого незвичного. все на продажу піде. Де взяти ядро? Може зверху? А, тут не пройти. Зараз підемо під водою до тої душі наги, може щось. І що таке? Туди. Якщо вдасться пройти, подивимось. Все, випливли. О, чудово. А сюди куди треба.
What is this? Come closer. You glow so brightly, just like the... Away. The striped fiends profane the island, endlessly burrowing, building. They bury the Adra under stone. Sugan says we must find a way in. Sugan says I must find a way in. Speaker for the gods. Grandfather to many. He leads us here. And here I must find a way in. The fiends gather at the walls, searching too. Not for me, but they see me still. No, not dead. Still searching. Stay a little longer. Your glow is a comfort here. Away, I said. A glowing, shining way. The way glows like an anglerfish lure, but it feels safe. I will follow the way, I think. But then I see another glowing thing. This one does not feel safe. There is no way and no light.
I am afraid.
Більшість їхніх видінь не зрозуміло.
It is too dark. I will lose my way, or be swallowed by the terrible walker. The way. I am searching for a way. Show me.
Нам треба одне ядро знайти. Десь, або будемо так битися. Блін, в принципі, і так можемо, там ніде не складно. Вони виглядають. Ще один прохід. Ще й виснажились сильно. А, так це вони з цим зв'язані проходять? То ось куди поворот був направо там. Ясно. Що з грою? Ще раз за все весь час, як граю, гра підвісла. Кожу ми обійшли. Чи не обійшли? Напевно, обійшли. О. Хтось ховається.
Some improvement.
Absolutely.
Він своїм цим. Таргет Алайс. Стоп, Алайс, може це союзники моїх? А, ні, Енеміс Алайс. Пробуємо ось так. Він цим стовпом холоду просто постійно б'є своїх.
Just a moment, please. It's no trouble. Indeed.
О, тут ти живий. Зачинився.
Slave sphincter, those snakes were noisy. I don't suppose you brought any extra parchment with you? Of course. What else? Slowly, Aimuro. Can't expect them to know if you don't tell them.
Говорить про себе в третьому
I'm writing it
обличчі.
all down. My research, my work. Something to survive before the next walk-in Colossus, the next Naga warband. Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do. What didn't? A Colossus made of Adra marched through the fort, grew bright like luminous, and scores of soldiers fell dead. Incredible. Then the Naga killed everyone else. Except Latharn, I suppose. Yes, he must have left. They should split up. Safer that way. Better odds. Dawnstar fellow. Arrived yesterday, last week. Complained of strange dreams. Smart of him to leave so soon.
He's gotta be acting on his dreams, trying to help our god.
Do you need something? If not, I should focus. Only one. Just a prototype.
Прототайп.
In there.
А от чим не стріляли?
You're welcome
Давай
to.
мені.
I only ask that you compile notes on the blast radius, detonation temperature, smoke formation, debris trajectory. How indeed. Naga everywhere. Suppose your best chance will be up along the walls, west and south. But how to get there? Better perhaps to keep going south, around the edge of the fort, through Fleet Master Ko's office. More cover from the Naga. Safety in numbers, eh? A comforting illusion. Let the others have it if they wish it. I must see that my work survives.
От уже. А ось. Прототип невибуховий. І шли шмалянемо в нагів. Угу. Непогано, непогано.
Certainly. Hmm?
Глянемо, що там є.
The season.
О, стояти.
I'm here.
Harvest is here. Mow it. Easy. Honor.
Стоп, 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 куди побіг? Куди?
As you wish.
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
Come with me.
Ну ти за мене вцепився, думаю.
I'd be glad to.
Звідки вже виповзли? Я не бачу. О, там зверху. Блін.
Stand together.
Ой, вони ж не вибухають, правильно? Чи вибухають? О, Енрі стрибнув, молодець. Ай, хамал. Тепер зараз побіжить кілометр. А стрибнути назад. Напевно, ще зможете мені на стрибок викликати.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Угу. Я в курсі. Оце лапа цього. Величезна тварюка. А, ми зібрати не зможемо. Стоп, ну ж можна, напевно, вилізти. Вже точно. Пролізти сюди і... О, вже біг. О, list from Латарна. І що він пише? Про свої сни. А, так ось де можна було перейти. Це різні шляхи, можна було там пройти. Або подивитися, що тут зверху. Давайте глянемо, що тут зверху. Якщо ми зможемо вибратись по цьому. Угу. Щоб нам не було скучно.
Hey, watch out.
Yes?
Watch your fire! Fall to battle!
О. Так.
The sea-striped fiends send you
Ну,
to
ти Шуган.
uproot the tree of the gods, yes? Their blasphemy knows no bounds. Go! Carry a warning of what you have seen to the other shufflers. That shufflers must not disturb these roots, or the gods will destroy the islands again. Do your stories say nothing of the many disasters? Of the shuffler nests washed away like foam? Many generations ago, the sand-striped ones built great hives across the islands.
and bastions around the Adra roots. Their meddling displeased the gods. So the gods smashed their works with heaving volcanoes and crashing waves.
Така собі історія.
Our ancestors hid deep where the waters quenched the fires and muffled the storms. They remembered while shufflers scattered. Now, the shufflers build again. The gods see. They will tear them all down. If your fat tongue speaks true, then give us proof. I tell you, thick tongues lie, forked tongues do not. If what you say is true, then surely you can speak with the dead. I will believe your words, only if I hear them from the tongue of my own people.
А, можна Яноса того взяти.
Sugar, I found the way.
Yes? You died. We saw.
The way became dark, but this one brought light.
We will kill the shuffler and free your soul, Yanis.
Do old scales cloud your eyes? The shuffler glows like the Godwalker, like the way. She will open the way.
The gods give you power, yes. But is it enough? Approach. Restore the blessing of the gods to the Adra.
Могли б я просто застрелити. А в тотем ще живий. Як що почну постріляти по тотему, вони почнуть атакувати.
As your hand touches the dim Adra, you feel the same cool, pricking sensation that you did when you touched the pillar near Port Mage. You concentrate on the pillar. The world around you swiftly falls away, leaving only the vast emptiness of the in-between. The Adra and a multitude of golden threads undulating off into the distance. For a second time, you gather the threads in your mind and bind them together, forming a solid tether that ripples out toward its distant anchor. Again, a crack sounds from the terminus. Your consciousness is violently pulled along the cord. You are prepared for the sensation this time, but are still disoriented when you come to a sudden stop. You find yourself standing behind a familiar Titanic statue as it trudges through invisible waters. Standing at Aethys's shoulder, your soul is dwarfed by the massive god's form. Energy pulses along the tether, each wave feeding the Adra's movements. He stops. His head cranes behind him, again accompanied by the sound of stone shearing and buckling. His eyes rest upon you. He does not reach for the cord, but considers you for a long span of silence before speaking.
Your first attempt to contact me was brave. This second attempt, is it born out of desperation or something else? Why do you continue to follow me, Watcher of Cat Nua?
Мгм.
Many Kith would like to know the gods' designs. Why is it so important to you?
At first, he does not respond. But there is a wavering from the light within him. A momentary dimming that allows you to see the souls within the Audra clearly.
I never sought violence or death, but Margren and the Hand Occult have ensured that the world believes the madman Widewin tried to destroy the Deer Wood and everyone in it. In truth, a war was what I desired, but not one of violence. I sought a war of conscience. If people saw that the ruins so faithfully guarded by the Glanfathans were nothing more than machines, machines the Angwithans had used to turn themselves into gods, what could that mean?
Aethys becomes silent. You can sense his presence advancing back along the cord between you. His energy flows over your hand, tendrils of light probing into the air around you. They poke and prod at the silent lost souls hovering in your vicinity.
You are in a unique position. In spite of the work of the Leaden Key and Hand Occult, you have seen through our facade. You know the gods' true nature. Without the benefit of your knowledge, few mortals would be willing to accept the true history of their gods. After all, we weren't. The last time I walked Aora, I made a mistake in not revealing my true purpose. I believe you would understand it better than most. And after we are finished here, I'm certain they will call for you at the hour of their choosing. Won't they, Watcher? Yes, I will tell you. But this is not the time. As I take this body farther from the lighthouse, the tether grows weaker, and I have already tarried too long. Soon this link will unravel completely. If I have not reached my destination when that happens, I will need to pull more souls from your world.
А ще більше. Ті боги вічно їм щось.
I will do my best. Do yours, Watcher.
The edges of Aethys'
Нічого не розповів.
massive form blur and dissolve. The huge figure retreats from you. As it moves, the tether begins to rapidly unravel. As Aethys speaks, his voice sounds garbled, fragmented, and distant.
If you would know more, find me at the Ashen Maw in Margren's Teeth. I must rest there before I begin my final work. When I leave that place, you will not be able to follow. Before I go, I should return some of this to you. I still have need of the great power of your soul, but I can spare you this portion.
A pulse of energy moves back along the golden cord toward you. It feels familiar, comforting, even before it contacts you. The energy washes over you, flooding you with feelings and memories you had thought long forgotten until they settle back into the cracks of your soul. And then the tether and cord snap. Aethys' figure evaporating into dust that mingles with the endless gray expanse. Heat rushes over you, and the uncomfortable sensation of the Audra Pillar's presence cuts off. The gloom of the in-between is pierced by the light of the living world. You are back in the lighthouse, no longer dim. The luminous Audra beside you is filled with warmth and light.
Long have we kept peace with the sand-striped people. But then, the foreign ones came and spread, killed our people, built their hives everywhere.
Chaudhary, you attack every foreign ship you see. The Juana may not like us, but at least they speak to us.
We were sure the Godwalker came to cast them out, that driving them away was a holy mission. You have never fought to defend something. Very fortunate. Or cowardly. We must go. I know not what this means, but our brethren should hear of it. You show us something new today, Shuffler. Thank you for this. And for your mercy.
Візка якась. Змії. Тут там таки залишили. Люмінус лобстер. Сяючий лобстер.
A fine prize to be certain.
О, рівень. Ще один котик. Я демедж... О, є. Так. Що, піднімемо рівень? Дипломатія в мене, залякування є в Едера. Але інші не може піднімати. О, 13 рівень. У мене наступний рівень сили дісталося. І що в нас тут? Ну, Кастіч плюс 1 армор. Цікаво, скільки можна накопити. А, він не накопичився, просто одиничку. Прикольно. Б'єш ворогів 20-30 в радіусі 2,5 від цілі. Навколо себе. Навколо цілі. Але і себе б'єш. Причому себе більше. Може чисти шкоди, ніж інших. Дуже дивне вміння. Краще треба підвищити щось те, що в неї вже є. Так, а що у нас тут? У нього теж наступний рівень. Щоб його не перервали, в принципі, йому це теж потрібно. О, це прикольно. Я знаю цю штуку. Рандомний болт стрибає, коротше. Теж дуже цікаве закляття масове. Це дуже боляче по одній цілі б'є. Дуже боляче, тому що це чистий демедж. Power Strike. Ого. Раз забити може просто воскреснути. Такого не було. Прямо з нього невмирущого танка. Що не з'явилось? World of Tolls. І треба і дальність, і швидкість чеклування. А, це себе бафує. Resurrection. Вже було Resurrection, тільки це тепер... покращене. Чистілі. Ще написано, що не може померти 20 секунд. Це круто. 6 секунд чеклується. Довго. Треба швидше чеклувати з такою тривалістю. І глянемо, що в мене. Ага, можна корені покращити. Певно, що будуть носити шкоду. Захист від дальніх атак, точніше deflection, це точність від empowered атак і всякі інші приколи. О, наскільки це пробивання круте. Длинний постріл. Нічогенький такий баф на тварину. Угу. Прикольно. Так. Це цю штуку, але, блін, Хантер скло мені не подобається це в ближньому бій робити. Чому це називається Евазія? Ухилення? Тому що це просто збільшує Dexterity. Ну, тобто воно ніяк не ухиляється, а подивимось, як це працює. Хоча воно дуже сильно може впливати на швидкість руху, але це все одно не... Ясно, аж мов саме північна частина архіпелагу, там з ним зустрітися.
Don't let the door hit your scaly behinds on the way out.
Valian Animancy has unlocked many strange properties in Luminous Adra. But it appears Watchers could teach them a few tricks. What did you see in there?
I was rather hoping someone else would bring that up.
If you got something to tell us,
You don't look like you're gonna be sick this time, so I take it that's a good sign?
That sounds ominous.
I'm ready to chase Gone if you are. All right then, let's do this.
Так, куди нам іти? А, ось корабель. Шматок видно.
Scale-bellied cowards! I knew they'd run!
Це ті вже повиходили.
Look at our beacon. Even the Colossus couldn't destroy it. And those snakes aren't so tough now, are they? Of course. We'll rebuild bigger and better, with reinforced walls and extra cannons. Our engineers will make this place truly impregnable.
Ну, колись.
The Hanzanui will want to thank you personally for your help here, and she should also know what we're up against. She's usually at the Brass Citadel in
Я знаю, де
Nakatoga,
вона, так просто запитав.
though she gets called to the palace often, haggling with the Queen and the Valians. Looking for a real challenge after what you did to those scale bellies? The only thing I know about the place is it's supposedly made of fire, and no one's ever come back from it. But anything can be overcome. Clear skies.
Clear skies? Ну, нехай.
Light of Aethys be upon you, neighbor. Are you looking for survivors?
Short lady, about my age, came from Deerwood with her son. Let's see, freckles, braids usually. Punches you in the arm if she likes you, face if not. Oh, and that's if you're lucky.
No, that doesn't sound like anyone.
You gotta be her son. Got her nose and her freckles. You don't have to lie to me, kid. I'm a friend of your mother's. She hiding from someone? Maybe an ex-lover who gave her the best night of her life?
No, I misspoke.
Forget it. Just tell me something. Your father, you know him?
I'm sorry, who are you?
And good man, like animals.
Right, friends of Alava's. Yes, I knew my father when I was very young. He was a man of strong faith.
Have to be. You get Alava mad, you need a god on your side for protection.
He was lost to us during the purges, which was how we came to flee here.
So you met him. Well, that's great. You had a dad. Where's your mother now? Got a lot of catching up to do.
My mother is with Aethys. She passed the veil a few years ago. A flu.
Простуда, просто. Капець.
It's possible her soul has taken a new body by now. But if she was truly blessed, she marches instead beside the shining god.
You lied to us. Said you didn't know her. Expect me to believe this now? Well, he hides his grief pretty well, doesn't he?
I'm not lying. She's buried on the other side of that hill.
How could she be gone?
Don't be troubled by her passing. All souls that march with Aethys receive his warmth and light. Aethys has come to us twice now. Even Oblivion couldn't slow his march. We shouldn't have opposed his first coming. He meant to rally us under his banner.
Oh, I know a lot of dead Deerwoodans who will be relieved to hear that. You got the giant footprint on your back to prove it.
Aethys forced everyone to declare themselves as ally or enemy, nothing more. Now he marches again, and we have a chance to correct our mistake.
Well, that's charitable.
I would like to have joined him when he passed this way, but I was weak. It won't happen again. You can't build on broken foundations. Real change needs destruction. I trust my God knows better than I do, He knows truths I'll never learn.
And got that right.
I was once lost. I struggled as you do now. But the partisans of the lighted path have restored my faith in Aethys. What greater honor than to march in his vanguard?
Якийсь фанатик. Що це таке за партизани?
We
Lighted
began
Path.
as children of the Dawn Stars, separated from each other as we questioned our purpose. But then Aethys granted a vision to Gadarian Bosch. Bosch saw an illuminated path lighten the way through a black abyss. And he saw Aethys marching on the path, and Aethys bade him to march alongside.
Not quite how I've been seeing it, but everyone's open to their own interpretations.
And the Shining God told Gadarian Bosch to gather an army of the god's truest followers, and to prepare to lead it into battle.
Ого, це вже...
You'd think after getting blown up, he'd slow down on the battling.
It'll be a great journey, but we're prepared. Gadarian Bosch knows the way. We don't know. The end of the path hasn't been revealed to Gadarian Bosch yet, but to the faithful, shouldn't matter. Aethys himself has appeared in Deadfire in the form Gadarian Bosch foretold. That's more proof than any of his faithful could ever ask. What fortune to be given this opportunity, to know our God in the living world. Gadarian Bosch warned us. Those outside the partisans may ridicule us and test our faith, especially our old families and others close to them. We've learned it's best to keep to ourselves and those with open minds, which relations and friends mostly aren't.
Ці віруючі.
We can go.
Я так і думав.
Hey, kid. What was your name again?
Baird.
Right. This lighted path fellow, Bosch. Sounds interesting. There's some way I can meet him?
He's usually on the move,
Я
rallying
теж хотів з ним
followers.
зустрітися.
But the partisans of the lighted path often gather in the temple of Aethys in Neketaka.
О, мені якраз туди.
I seem to go there myself, in fact. There's an adherent there, Ogna, who initiates new partisans. No doubt she'd be pleased to help you. Aethys needs able soldiers, even in their elder years. You should consider what Ogna has to say. It might speak to you. Farewell.
Ці партизани просвітленого шляху, воно щось дуже... Як все... Дуже дивно звучить. Союка це по цьому квесту шукати. Це ще треба чекати. Це острови ти досліди... О, до речі. Острови там вже не будуть, напевно, з зірочками. Ой, з черепками. Угу. Тут приїдуть повідомлення. Куди ж ми відправимося? Так. Можна спробувати таски повиконувати. А, це серіал хоче, щоб це найняті. Я не можу зрозуміти. Якісь найнятий вбивця чи що. Там щось з кораблем зв'язано з Firebrand, але я не точно не дуже пам'ятаю, що. А почитати десь не знаю де. Давайте відправимося в Накатаку, там глянемо. Сьогодні буде трішки коротша серія по Ілерсам. Nation Mall. О, з'явилось. Вершина. Яка це вершина? Тут ще купа цього є місця. О, прикольно. Це вони вже всі хочуть торгувати? Чи вони всі проти мене? Танці. Ну, всі проти мене. Але очевидно, що не всі зараз будуть розмови. Артура. Хочеш мені подякувати чи що? Те, що маяк відновив. Накатака палац. Ми тут десь збирались. Ну, я так і знав, що це не бойовий вони. На мене такий захід робили, до речі. Eine short through. Нам треба якусь кораблика, якого? Чорний це капітан. Він командир Voyager Early Master. А, ось він. Ну, але він на нас не нападе.
Дивиться, чим убогий живиться.
Окей, йдемо на катаку. Що, до речі, по їжі? Що по їжі? У мене вода. З 500 залишилось 600, точніше, залишилось тільки 400. Він безодня. Це що, зарашний степефо? Я не знаю мене. Якийсь Рус 1, Ван, Руслан 3 чи що? Ти про цей? Я не знаю, це не було на стрімі, я не знаю, хто це і що це. Це було офлайн. Якщо ти про це, я не знаю. Там по грошам. 56, скоро можемо на галеончик пересісти. Єдине, що я не бачу сенсу, якщо він буде швидший. Тільки якщо він буде швидший. А так, то... Хоча, може, є якийсь сенс. Русі Анс? Русі Анс. Може бути, я не... Ці числа я не шарю, яких читати. 1 чи то L, багато хто як пише. Ну.
Then the earth falls away. The wind ceases and you are sent tumbling up into the dark of the sky.
Watcher.
Ну так,
The
звичайно.
voice of the pallid night shakes the earth at your feet. You have returned to Bareth's realm. Your soul once more called to attend the wishes of the god of death. You can't be certain, but you think you might see the barest hint of a smile tugging at the edges of the pallid knight's lips.
Once again you have spoken with the child of light. Tell me what you have learned. Intriguing.
The pallid knight stares past you, pensive.
While attend, tell me what your many eyes perceive.
Her words ring out, and a heavy silence descends. In the silence breaks the murmur of countless voices. They speak all at once in languages both known and unknown to you. In the space beside Berith, an eye blinks open, followed fast by several more. They are round, keen eyes of Kith, the slit eyes of snakes, the small, dark marbles of birds, the bulbous lanterns of deep-sea fish.
Here we are.
Що за чудо з очиськами?
A figure walks through the cloud of eyes as one might step through a door. It is an Orlan, then a pale elf, an ocean human, a Naga, each of them eyeless. They are Wow.
Well. Бог секретів, ясно.
This is the first interesting thing to happen in ages. And we do so love a riddle.
The figure wears an Amawa's grin, and the many voices beneath its own titter.
Some things must be lost to be found again. You knew that once, when you buried my scroll beneath the earth in Black Meadow. But it seems you have forgotten. We have read the book of your life, Watcher. It is heavy with the weight of your choices, and its pages are not unmarred by the blood of others. You reap, but on a smaller scale. We see between the strings of the world, and Aothas is there, strumming them like a lute. His tongue is still, yet he sings of a coming joy. What tune he plays, we do not know. It is complex, ever-shifting. One moment vibrating in harmony, the next in discord.
A man strides through the door to Berith's realm. Behind him lope wolves with lolling tongues, and jungle cats whose long tails twitch with every step.
Боги, богоподібні, не знаю. Боги?
Galawain, the changeling, arrives, and he brings with him the wild heart of Aora's untamed places.
О, він близький до рейнджера.
Fast on Galawain's heels, a small wave of seawater washes across the tiles. It pours off the edge of the platform and cascades down into the beyond. From out of the water rears a glowing lure, then the head of a gigantic fish. The round black eyes of Andra roll to meet yours.
Aothas is nothing if not resourceful. I admire his nerve.
In the changeling's voice, you hear the soft patter of rain on leaves and the rush of wind through treetops.
No, he is a creature of the pack left long alone. Without our strength behind him, he is weak. If his journey leads him back to us, he has proved himself worthy of return to the fold.
Aothas does not return to us. He returns to execute some grand plan. We must stop him.
Andra's voice rises like a tide, panic riding its crest. The doors lining the walls of Berith's realm slam open in unison. Warped pieces of ancient armor and the remnants of discarded weapons roar through the doorways. They meet in the center of the room, in a shower of sparks, and form the vague figure of a man. Finally, a blacksmith's sledge hurtles past your shoulder, and the figure snatches it from the air. A man forged in metal stands before you. Twin flames ignite in his eyes, and a low rumble starts in his chest. He walks forward. With each halting, jerky step, you're assaulted with the unbearable screech of metal grinding upon metal.
We should destroy Aothas, that we might reforge him into something new, something stronger. He could be a weapon that all of us might wield.
Abaddon's words carry the heat of the
Abaddonчик.
forge. Behind them, you hear the clang and clatter of hammer on metal, and the hiss of just quenched steel.
Abaddon speaks with wisdom. He violates not their realms, but mine. I feel his urgency in every stamp of his feet along my spine. I will send tsunamis to slow him, if Mogren would stir the earth beneath Mogren's teeth.
The water at your
Tsunami
feet
class.
recedes. Lava oozes up through the shallow water, and a woman made from
Ось
the guts
макран.
of the earth emerges. She settles her characteristic broadsword on her shoulder and sighs a cloud of smoke and ash. Mogren returns.
In the age when our steps carved valleys across the face of Aora, our bodies were impervious to all but the strongest attacks. I doubt fire and water will be enough to stop him. But I will bear down upon Aethys with all the heat and fury of the earth. If I must.
The death of thousands now could prevent the death of millions later.
Dark, inky tears fall from Andra's eyes.
Sacrifices of the few protect the futures of the many. You cannot let your petty, mortal feelings blind you to the urgency of the dilemma Aethys has thrust upon us.
You will mind upon whose ground you tread.
The pallid night watches you with keen, predatory eyes. The deep, bellowing cry of an aurochs shakes the ground beneath your feet. The cry drones on and on, a moan without end. Wal's many eyes squeeze shut. Andra slips back beneath her waves. Mogren dissipates in a swirling cloud of steam. Galawain's beasts cower and whine. Only the pallid night stands impassive.
My end comes to all things in time. Should Aethys care to hasten the inevitable, I welcome his efforts.
Jeszcze kto taki?
Aethys seeks a slate wiped clean. Freedom from the endless revolutions of Barath's wheel. The final emancipation of the countless stolen mortal lives the gods hoard within themselves.
The Child of Light will not choose the hour of my death.
Mogren tests the edge of her broadsword with a smoldering finger.
He sows chaos in his longing for a radiant dawn. So much will be lost in the cacophony of fear his actions inspire.
The crack of thunder rends the air. The gods fall silent.
We can wait no longer to act. Speak with him, Watcher. Discover what it is he plans.
Ніби в мене вибір є.
Water begins to creep across the floor. It swells, runs swiftly, and catches at your ankles. You scrabble at the tiles, but it's no use. The current's pull drags you off the edge of Bareth's realm and into the fathomless beyond. You splash down in water so dark you can't see the bottom. Then, the water recedes, gone like a dream upon waking. The hard wood of your cabin's floor presses against your spine. The gods are gone, but you remain.
Так, нічогенько поговорили з богами. Зустріли іншу п'ятірку. Ми ж попередньо ми вже бачили, це вже з десяток буде. І ми в себе. В себе в каюті і не відпочили. А в мене... Добре. Як я говорив, сьогодні буде трішки менше пілорсів.